El Bolsón, we head north and then west into Chile by the Paso Cardenal Samoré to meet up with Kirsten's nephew Torben and Hannah for a couple of days. It's the first time we meet family members in South America, and we have a fabulous time together while hiking on and around the Osorno volcano. Afterwards, we spend Christmas in Puerto Varas before heading back into Argentina on New Year's Eve.
We're on the way to Paso Samoré to get into Chile today. We had to wait for 2 days because there was snow on the pass. Today is supposed to be light rain, but we're just north of El Bolsón right now. And it's 200 kilometers until we get to La Angostura. It's actually really nice to see so many high green trees, especially after the Pampa. Blue skies coming. Big around bend, yeah. Oh, it cleared up, but it's very windy here. We're turning right in a minute to get on the bypass of Bariloche. We're not going into town. So now we're going along the lake in Bariloche, and it's super choppy, the water. It's obviously quite windy. We're getting closer to the border post with Argentina, and the weather is looking a little critical ahead of us. There's a bit of rain here. The border is in 8 kilometers. We're at the Argentinian border post. It only took 5 minutes. That was probably the fastest ever. Now we're driving through 39 kilometers. We're on the Chilean side. Sun's coming out. That's a sheer rock face. Yeah, it is beautiful. The lupines. Beautiful. The border people said there was no snow on the pass in the last few days. We thought there would be, but it was only on top of the mountains. This is what this pass is famous for. Lots of potholes. We had it 2 years ago when we crossed over in the other direction. It was just as bad.
Well, this is still Argentina.
Yeah, this is they don't do, yeah, well, yeah, that's true. Millet didn't do any constructions in the last few years anyway.
The road repairs have gone.
Yeah. Afuera.
Paso Cardenal Antonio Samoré is the second most important pass between Chile and Argentina, and the summit is 1,314 meters high. It's completely paved, and the 160 kilometers from Villa La Angostura to Osorno takes approximately 2.5 hours. On a busy day, nearly 10,000 people and 2,000 cars go across it.
Now we're going down the other side to the Chilean border post. Got a bit of steam rising here from sun's drying the rain. But we are in an active volcano area, very active volcano area. Clouds are moving really, really fast here.
They're just racing to get to the border.
They're racing up the...
They're racing to get to the border in time.
There's twirlies in there.
Poor guy. Merry Christmas.
We're ending up in the fog here.
Is this roadblocks?
Vorsicht, das Hütchen. He knocked it over.
Somebody else knocked it.
Yeah, they knocked it, or the wind did it, I don't know.
The bizarre landscape with the many dead trees was caused by one of the largest volcanic eruptions of the 21st century. Starting from the 4th of June 2011 and lasting until April 2012, the Petrohue volcanic complex erupted violently after 51 years of being inactive. The massive ash cloud was blown all around the southern hemisphere.
Right into the fog. There's a viewpoint coming. And the visibility is less than 100 meters.
35 minutes.
That's not too bad either.
No, but it was because we had to go and fetch our tablets because it's only digital now, and we knew we had to fill out a form because we've always done this.
It's this declaration. If you have anything, food that you're not allowed to bring across the border, you
no
can't.
more than $10,000 US and all that kind of stuff. You know, it's the usual thing. We've done it for years, but you can only do it digitally, and of course we had to do one each, which means we have to each fill one out, and we had to, well, at least the internet work. They've got Wi-Fi there, because otherwise we wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah, because
we've got no connection.
You need to scan the code.
We've got a SIM card for Chile, but there's no money on it because we have to put some money in, and you can't do that there. So it's like the usual problem.
But it was easy.
Yeah.
Very nice people. They checked the vehicle completely, but we had no dogs inside. The Salto Los Novos. Quite a bit of water in here. Hello Chile, we're coming. It kind of becomes a tradition when we get to Chile, especially in this kind of region. We have a completo, which is like a hot dog. There's always it's you know, a big thing, and it's really hard to eat. So Helen is trying it with a knife and fork. Good luck with that. I'm going to stuff my mouth. And we have a big portion of French fries along with it. Bon provecho. How is it?
You need 2 sausages.
Okay.
After finishing our big shopping trip in Osorno, we drive south to the volcanic beach in Las Cascadas. It's a really nice, quiet spot right next to Lago Yanquihui, and we're treated with a beautiful sunset tonight.
We had a peaceful night, and there's no waves crashing onto the shore today, but there's nothing to see. The clouds are all the way down. Terrible. The weather this year in Chile and Argentina is very wet. We're at Cabana Celeste, and we're waiting for Torben and Hannah, my nephew, to arrive. They have a cabin here for 2 nights, and the owners and the reception lady Andrea were so nice to allow us to park our motorhome here, so we don't have to park it in Puerto Varas. It's safe here while we're going to do some activities in the next 2 days. That little shitty dachshund just bit me twice. The lady opened the door, and he was wagging his tail, and I was about to say hello, and then she opened the door and he attacked me. This is the 4th time now in South America that I get bitten by dogs that are not stray dogs, that are house dogs. So we put a bandage around him.
The owners, in fact, are talking about.
This is really, it's unbelievable. This one will be Torben and Hannah's cabin right on the lake. Haven't got a stick because that freaking dog is still outside. That's really nicely done here. The water is very crystal clear. She said, Andrea said you can go for a swim. They've got these big narwhal plants here. Was it narwhal? Narwhal?
Narwhal wappy.
It's a great view today. Yesterday you wouldn't have seen a thing. Unfortunately we can't see the Osorno volcano from here. It's behind those trees there. So, Torben und Hannah ziehen ein.
Kommen auf die Videos drauf.
Ja, natürlich. So, der Blick ist traumhaft. Das muss ich mal eben aufnehmen. Also ich könnte mich jetzt hier aufs Bett schmeißen, aber das will ich nicht.
Torben and Hannah are on a 2.5-week trip through the southern parts of Chile and Argentina, and with their rental car we drive up to the ski area on the Osorno volcano.
So with the car it's far easier to get up here, and we picked the perfect day for the volcano. It's a little breezy, but otherwise really nice.
Doch ein bisschen kalt ist das. This is our 2nd time up here. Back in March 2024, we had equally good weather, and again the views from up here are absolutely breathtaking. I've been checking the weather forecast for days now, and this is our only opportunity to see the volcano in all its splendour, because more clouds and rain are expected for the next few days. Torben and Hannah already had bad luck further north while visiting Pucón. They never saw the Villarrica volcano, and are of course happy to see the most beautiful volcano in South America. The ski lifts are closed right now, and it's way less crowded up here than during our last visit. This is the first time for us that we meet family members in South America, and the four of us have a blast.
So we're back at the Petrohue, Lago Petrohue, no, Todos Santos, and we're going for a hike today. Everything is a little grey. There's rain forecasted for the afternoon, but it looks really nice for a walk. We already did 3.8 kilometers. We're on the other side of the Osorno. We can't see the tip, but it's really, really great. But we are at one of the old lava streams here. We gotta cross over it, and we actually see a sight that we've never seen before. Adventure, Aventura. Helen loves these kind of sandy things. No, I'm okay, I think.
Ja, weil die halt dann Detour verkaufen und deswegen halt da anhalten, ja.
Helen's happy, we're hiking.
Geschafft!
So we're on our own. Torben and Hannah went ahead. It's starting to sprinkle a little bit.
The mountain goats are way ahead of us.
Yes, well we're older, twice as old.
Yeah.
More than twice as old.
More than twice as old.
We have an excuse here, but it's beautiful just to hike here in the wilderness. It's nice and peaceful. It's quite steep here. I think we're doing over 400 meters in height to get to the Mirador. Hannah and Torben went up to the Mirador. We missed a few meters, but it's raining, so we decided to go down. You gotta be careful going down because it's slippery. Halt dir wieder die Hand, ist das nicht süß? Torben ist ein wirklich...
Die alte Dame muss dann irgendwie runterkommen.
Is that Torben pushed Helen up? So this is the alternative. Not trustworthy at all.
Ja, okay.
Danke.
Torben macht da einen... Guck mal, wie entspannt Torben da runter geht.
Ja, die ganzen Fahnen. Also wieder keine, die man streichen kann.
Ja, kannst du das auch sehen?
Okay. Ja, jetzt schafft
Was?
es. Danke.
Der
Pflege haben wir es nicht so.
This is turning into an adventure here. Oh, even Hannah has to go down on her little behind. Let's see how Helen's doing here.
Nicht so schnell.
Ja, da ist gut. Und dann einfach einen großen Schritt runter machen.
Ja, ich bin da.
Ja, ich gehe. Ja.
Ja, sehr gut.
Ja, ich stehe.
Ja, schön große Schritte.
Jetzt hier.
Oder so, ja. Aber dann schnell einen Schritt weiter runter. Ja. Und hier ist gut spektakulär.
Ja, okay. Danke. Ich hab hier.
Ja.
Und jetzt.
Ja, das mit der Brücke, das ist ja.
Guck mal, wie schön das hier ist.
Ja, wirklich schön. Also es ist so windstill und warm gerade.
Das ist dann was? Das muss dann 2,5 Kilometer sein, oder?
How many did we do?
Ach, weiß ich nicht. Das muss man.
Wie viel haben wir gemacht, Tom?
Bisher 14,1.
Supi.
Ich hasse es auf Sand.
Ja, ich weiß.
Ja, ich hasse Sandstrände und Strände. I hate sand. Gib mir einen richtigen Pass. After hiking over 17 kilometres, we stopped for a quick look at the Saltos del Petrohue before going back to the cabin.
Alrighty. Nach unseren 17,1 Kilometer kraxeln wir hier noch über die Steine. Ja.
Genau.
So this is our second evening meal, home cooked in the motorhome. Today we have mashed potatoes, cauliflower, gorgonzola sauce. Bon provecho.
Guten Appetit.
Prost, yeah, Prost.
Prost mit Salz hier. Also, falls jemand Salz braucht.
We are exhausted from the hike, but the break was really nice, wasn't it?
So.
It's pissing down with rain outside, and for some reason our electric skylight has a gap somewhere. We had that before. It doesn't always happen, but today we have to let it drip until the rain's over and then try and fix it later. We're emptying bucket after bucket here, and it's literally just dripping down like crazy. You can't see the volcano at all. It's a good job we did everything we could do with Torben and Hannah. It's terrible out there. It's pissing down with rain. It's a good job Hannah and Torben left today. It's so miserable. It won't stop raining for hours and hours now. We're parked in the puddles, or hopefully away from the puddles. Surprisingly, people are still arriving. I don't know what they're doing here. We are not the only campers. There's a couple down there. I think those are the ones with the 5 dogs. Constantly barking. So we chose a spot a little bit away from them. Puerto Varas in the rain. There were a few other campers here this morning, but they all left. Don't know where they went, because we don't want to drive in this kind of rain. There's really nowhere to go in this region because it's raining absolutely everywhere. Around 6:30 the sky cleared up. It's actually sunny now. After all the torrential rain, our dripping skylight finally stopped. And we get a clear view. We can't see the volcanoes, they're in the clouds still. out and about for a walk. I went in earlier to fetch some bread and stuff from Walmart or Lidl. I found a solution for our leaking skylight at Sodimac, and it's these doorstep thingies. They have a double-sided tape halfway down the length here, and then there's just a plastic lid on the other side, and I fixed that to our skylight. I could only glue it to 3 sides. I tried the front here, but then I couldn't close the skylight. So it's closed, or it's glued to the back and to the 2 sides here. And that was obviously enough, because this thing is over that groove where the water's running in. And this is the other skylight where it leaks through the hinges, and we taped that one up completely. I didn't film it, but we were just driving back from Puerto Montt and it was torrential rain. But now we actually get a bit of a sunset. We're parked again in Puerto Varas, right on the waterfront. And I kind of repaired our skylight yesterday. At the moment it's holding up with the heavy rain. Feliz Navidad. We are at the Mecanico to check our injectors. And Gustavo is so nice to also check our head, because it's leaking again. So every time we go to a mechanic there's always another problem, so hopefully, cross fingers, we don't have it
Well,
here.
there's all silicon down here, and this has to come out. That silicon there needs to be removed.
It needs to be all removed.
Because it's not on a level, and then there's always going to be a gap.
But here,
during the last few days, Vinny2 has been losing more and more power when going up the steep hills in Puerto Varas. Sometimes the diesel seems to conk out for a few milliseconds, and black smoke is coming out of the exhaust like crazy. Another mechanic in Puerto Montt said it's the injectors, and that's why we're here to get them checked.
so here are the injectors, 3 of those. Number 1, the main injector is not coming loose. As always, there's one that is stubborn. We can already see there's a lot of carbon here on the tips.
The first injector is extremely rusty, and Gustavo tries several methods to get it out, but it just doesn't want to move. We decide to check and clean the other 3 injectors for now to see what the verdict is.
The verdict for our 3 injectors that we had, 2 of them are working well, 1 doesn't have a good spray, but they're all working on very low pressure.
2 of the injectors are holding the pressure at 140 bars. The other one is at 130 bars, so Gustavo will adjust it. They should be at around 185 to 190 bars though, which means they're opening a little too early and the diesel might not be burning correctly in the engine, causing a kind of carbon clog-up which might explain the black smoke coming out of the exhaust. So this is all cleaned with paraffin now. All these little bits and pieces, and there's also sandpaper in use to clean up the carbon. So these are all the parts for one injector. So this is how we spend Christmas, in a workshop with lots of rain, and I also stepped in dog shit. This is by far the quietest workshop that we've ever been to. It's literally a house in the very rural area. Apart from the dogs, there's nothing here, no traffic, nothing. It's really nice. After 6 hours, we're finally done. Gustavo charged us 80,000 pesos, which is a little over 80 US for his work, and we gave him a tip of another 20,000. Well, it's Christmas after all. He believes that the black smoke coming out of the exhaust should stop after a day or 2. Well, we'll see. Christmas present for some kids. Santa Claus is in the front. It's Christmas Day. And this is the Christmas... This is Helen's Christmas cake.
It's a raspberry
Cheesecake
cheesecake with
thing, I think.
strudel that that she bought in Puerto Varas. We have
Yesterday.
lots of good bakeries here,
Mhm.
but it doesn't look too Christmassy. I'm actually on my Christmas stollen from Germany,
No, that's Christmas.
which I bought in at Jumbo, and it's filled with marzipan, and I always like my little bit of butter on top.
Mhm.
And we have a cappuccino. But this is as Christmassy as it gets this year.
We don't have anything, do we? We don't even
No,
have. We don't have.
we
a
don't even
Christmas
have
tree.
decoration, nothing. But that's usually the case. Normally we do something really nice, but we're exhausted from yesterday's garage
6 hours
thing.
in the garage.
Yeah. So we're gonna take an easy, lovely day today.
Yeah.
It's dry, it's not raining, and we're just gonna enjoy the day. Merry Christmas. Yummy. After 6 hours in the workshop yesterday in the garage, we're just taking it nice and easy. And today we can see the volcanoes. Yippee-yay. We're not the only motorhomes here.
Puerto Varas, also known as the City of Roses, is famous for its German traditions and a very popular tourist destination. The origin of the city dates back to 1853 and is named after Antonio Varas, the Minister of the Interior at the time. It was founded by German immigrants who settled the shores of Lago Yanquihue, the second largest lake in Chile. Today, the population is around 41,000, but during the holidays, thousands of tourists are here too, to enjoy the beach and the many good restaurants. It's not our first time here, and the free camping spot right on the lake is perfect for us to enjoy this lovely little city.
Boxing Day in Puerto Varas. Rain, rain, rain. Well, can't do anything about that. But the good news is, no leaking in the skylight. My little repair helped a lot. There's nothing coming out. So Helen didn't even wait for me to get the camera out. We have a pepperoni at Papa John's for 8,000 pesos. That's a really, really good price. And look at that. Well, it's hard to see, but oh, yum, 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 yum. We're hungry.
Yeah. Above the camping spot is the Parque Cerro Felipe, a hill that rises approximately 90 metres above the level of Lake Yanquihue. A gently sloping path leads to the top, passing through a small but beautiful forest with native species. Along the way is a lookout point, and on the top a small but well-developed park with benches and a huge cross. The views of Puerto Varas, the lake and the volcanoes are slightly blocked by the high trees, but it's a nice exercise for us to walk up to the top and back down.
This is really beautiful now. Sunset. We're on the way to Entre and we got pulled off the highway because somewhere is a major accident. Now we have to go through rural areas here, everybody has, in both directions. And we had to pass another really, really bad accident on that bypass.
On this bypass?
On this bypass. We ended up on this really dusty gravel road with lots of oncoming traffic, of course, and lots of traffic behind us. So much for doing our laundry. Hopefully the stuff is not all dusted in now. It wasn't my day anyway today because I had to do the laundry at the Copec. It started off well, and then the second washing there was not enough water really to wash everything. Then the second dryer didn't want to start. Now the GPS is squawking in between. Anyhow, so twice I had to get the attendant for the washing machine and the dryer. Then the showers were so slippery, but at least we got a shower. Then I went to the Walmart to do our last minute shopping, and I had my shopping cart full, and I went to the socks section to find some socks. Ooh. like we're back on
They're all cut
tarmac. Siehst du nicht?
Yeah, I
kann auch nicht sehen. But yeah, we're back on tarmac. Whew, how many kilometers was that on the gravel?
It was only 6, but it took
6.
us how long?
Well, now the motorhome looks like shit.
Yeah.
Never mind. Anyhow, I went to Walmart and I had everything in my shopping cart. My sausages, my cheese, my bread rolls and everything. And I went into the socks section to buy some socks. And I found some really nice ones. I put 2 pairs in the shopping cart and then I thought, oh, I get a 3rd one. So I turned around, got myself a 3rd one. And then I turned around again and my shopping cart was gone. Off into nowhere. I have no idea. I ran around. I was trying to find people that stole it or some employee that just thought it was abandoned there, but it was really right behind me, so I don't know. Anyhow, I had to get a new shopping cart, had to do the same shopping all over again. Never mind. Let's see what the rest of the day will bring. This is what it looks like when we have power. Everything has to be charged. Power banks, smartphones, torches, fans, tablets, batteries from the cameras, and so on and so forth. The adapter is getting quite hot actually, but we rarely have a power plug-in, so we got to do it within 24 hours as much as we can. We're in Entre Lagos at the Lago Petrohue, and we were allowed to park in this little park here. It goes down to a beach and a little walk along the lake. And the best part is that we actually could plug into these power light posts here, so we could charge all our gadgets and everything. Fabulous. So that was a nice stop for 2 days or 2 nights, and now we're leaving Entre Lagos and we're heading over to Argentina again. Hopefully it's not as busy anymore on the borders as it was this morning. Hopefully everybody's where they wanted to be, and we're just gonna get some fuel from Chile. It's a little better than the Argentinian one, and then we're off to the border. How many kilometers? About 50, I think.
Is, I think it's 77. The actual pass, 77.
Okay, so Chilean border post is about
49 kilometers.
50 kilometers, and then it's a few kilometers to get to the pass. So that was an easy 5-minute stop. Now we're off to the pass and then the Argentinian side. But there's not a lot of traffic today because it's New Year's Eve. And we timed it right. No truck traffic. The holes are so big, you cannot avoid them. You just have to go slow. The pass. Engine needs to cool down a little bit. They put a brand new sign up here because last time you couldn't read it, and people are already putting their stickers on. We're the only ones up here, which is very, very rare. And we're just a few meters away from Argentina. Peekaboo! That's really beautiful here with the lupines. Something we see quite often lately, a halo. How beautiful is that?
On a sunny day, driving over this pass is truly spectacular.
Spectacular scenery. This is perfect for New Year's Eve. We literally just drove through that border post there, turned off the road, and found a really beautiful spot in the wilderness. The guy at the border said it's totally safe here. So this is our spot for New Year's Eve 2025. Looks fabulous. Helen's happy too. Perfect peaceful spot for the end of the year. So that was a perfect border crossing today. Hardly any traffic, beautiful sunshine, a halo. We didn't even get checked on the Argentinian side. Everything took 5 minutes each time, right?
15 minutes at the Argentinian because we had to park up, walk,
okay,
and go through all the bloody blah.
Okay, we had to wait for one
and then drive
one
through.
group in front of us, but otherwise it was really easy. And people are very happy today. It's the last day of the year. We wish them a happy new year, and they smiled at us. So, in Spanish, of course. Prospero año feliz, prospero año nuevo, prospero nuevo año, something like that. They understood, didn't they?
That's a tea.
We drove from sea level to 1,325 meters. Vinny too was smoking a little bit, maybe a little bit more than normal, but he made it without a problem. Just the usual things that we had, and we're happy about this too. And yeah, this is the perfect. Oh, look at this bottle.
We don't have much
Maybe
water.
that's what we should do. We should go from high altitude to low altitude, and then we're slim as slim can be. Patagonia geese, and they have a nest with little babies.
The Ashy-headed goose is a medium-sized ground-dwelling goose native to southern South America. Easily recognised by its pale grey head contrasting with a rich brown body, this species is often seen in pairs or small family groups. Unlike many waterfowl, ashy-headed geese spend most of their time on land, grazing in open grasslands, meadows and agricultural fields. They are generally shy and wary, quickly retreating from potential threats. During the breeding season, they nest near water in southern Chile and Argentina, but in winter they migrate northwards, sometimes forming large flocks. Their diet consists mainly of grasses and seeds, and they play an important role in shaping the grassland ecosystems they inhabit. The breeding season begins in October to November, and in some areas lasts to March. Ashy-headed geese form long-term pair bonds, and they usually lay between 4 to 6 eggs. Incubation is by the female alone and takes 30 days.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year!
2026 starts with a wonderful reflection and a sunny drive along the Ruta de los Siete Lagos to Lago Villarino. Afterwards, we head south to Esquel to get Vinny 2 repaired again and end up in the thick smoke of the Patagonia wildfires. It's so bad we decide to drive all the way across Argentina on Ruta 25 to Gaiman and Las Grutas again. 3 weeks later, we're on our way to Buenos Aires to store Vinny 2 for a month before flying south to Ushuaia, where our next big adventure awaits us.